anyway, guys, just thank you so much for watching. I'm joking. Welcome, hello, guys. My name's Solisen, and welcome to a brand new video on my YouTube channel. Today, we're playing Wizard 101 Part 3. Supposed. And what do we have planned for today? Okay, so now it's 7 o'clock right now when I'm recording it. So by that, I'll know exactly what time it is. Let me check if the recording's going. Yep, the recording is going. So we're all good and set. Start off. But we'll just go in the deck shop so that we can get more cards. Actually, you know what? We don't need that for now. I'll do it later. Off screen. Anyway, guys, I completed some quests while you were gone. By the way, this is shopping district that I was right in there right now. But anyway, now we have to go to Ravenwood, the magical place where all happens. And in this episode, I'll be explaining all of the magical schools one by one in precise detail. Anyway, as you can see, barely anything's changed. I've just completed some levels, completed some stuff here. Now I'm just gonna select this as my primary quest. Okay, I'm gonna just drink some water for luck. Good old Ravenwood, where all the magic happens. All the magic in the world happens here and nowhere else. As you see, they've added a guy called Simeon here. Let's talk.
Hey there, let me know when you're qualified to move out of student dorms.
Okay, that was weird. Okay, we'll start with the first school here, Storm. We'll start with the School of Storm. Wait. There. Hellstorm Maelstrom, the magical person of storm. Teacher, basically. Hailstorm Maelstrom.
Ah, a new student! Welcome to the School of Storm, also known as Divination. For those who have chosen to master this magic are known as Diviners. I am Professor Hellstorm Baelstrom, Master Inventor. Oh yes, and Professor of Storm Magic. Who can master the power of the Storm Lords in the seas? Anyone who could harness their creativity. You look like a smart one. Check back when you're ready to start learning how to release your inner thunder!
Now, translating what he said into English, basically, Storm is the most damagey type school. It's basically here if we compare. If I go here to my spells, see the Fire Cat here. Fire Cat does 80 to 120 damage. Here the Storm's first spell does 105 to 145 damage. And Fire is the second most powerful school in damage. Doesn't mean it's the most powerful school, it just means it's the most powerful school in damage. The Storm School. It's basically you have 70% accuracy. If you're a Storm student, you have absolutely almost no health. The only advantage you have, and almost no shields, except this one. This is your only shield you get as a Storm, I think. I'm not sure. I think you might get another one if you're like these here. These spells that you see right here. Let me just show them to you. Thunder Snake, Lightning Bat, Thermic Shield, Storm Shark, Storm Trap, Kraken, Windstorm, Dark Wind, and Stormzilla. Look at that damage. Take note. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is basically Storms are team players. You can't play a Storm alone. You need a healer or a shielder, which is ice, but I'll get to that easier. Now, in this game, if you don't remember from the last video, I explained that there's something called secondary schools and tertiary schools, in which you get these training points here, and you can train spells from other schools with them. And Storm, if you're fire like me, is not a good secondary school because it's damage and basically you get no new abilities. So yeah, I have storm at my secondary school for my death, but not for this guy. Not for this guy, not for the fire, but I still really enjoy storm spells. By the way, these spells that you have here are not the only storm spells. Like, there's spells that if you are not storm, you cannot learn, and they won't appear. Basically, special spells only for that school, and they don't appear here in this menu. Here appear only spells that are available with training points and can be learned by outsiders. So thank you here. Now we'll continue to ice, which is the exact opposite of storm. So here we have the ice school. Beautiful ice. Used to have a friend that was ice. Anyway, let's listen to Professor Lydia Greyrose.
Welcome, dear. I am Lydia Greyrose, your ice magic professor. Ice magic, or thaumaturgy, is not for the impatient or flighty. My goodness, no. You'll need to study hard to learn ice magic, but I'm sure you will be great at it. And I'll always offer a hand if you need it. Come see me later when you are ready to begin your lessons. You have much to learn from ice.
Yeah, now translating that into English, that ice is a really strange school to my type of playing. It's basically, you have 80% accuracy, which is not good compared to some other schools. 80% accuracy. And look how much the best spell does, Colossus, which can be learned by outsiders. Only 500 to 580 ice damage. Oh my god. Seriously. Compared to Stormzilla. Stormzilla first costs 5 pips. If you look in the top left corner, you would have seen that Stormzilla costs only 5 pips. This one costs 6 pips. And doesn't have that much greater accuracy and does so little damage. Why? But anyway, that aside, it's just like, here's the example of, like, if you want to pick ice as your secondary school, you have no point learning these spells here. These ones here. I mean, you could, the following have point: Frost Beetle, Snow Serpent, Volcanic Shield, Evil Snowman, and Tower Shield. Up to Tower Shield. Here, this one. This holy is, if you want to battle against other players, you need to have this spell. This spell is the holy grail. Actually, depends how you play. Depends, but it's a really important spell. Tower Shield blocks 50 at the half of the attack of your opponent. It's a good spell. It can be learned at level 16. And yeah, this basically sums up the ice school. By the way, if you're asking, this spell here, it was also on the storm one. It's basically a field spell and it increases the amount of damage that type of spell does. Nothing special. The special is when we get to the spirit schools, which are myth, death, and life. Basically, the 7 schools are divided into 3 categories. Fire, ice, and storm are the element schools, which are basically for the more physical types, like the ones that just go for simple and like just do basic stuff, while the spirit schools that are death, life, and myth, the power of imagination myth, they're more strategic. They're like, combine this and this and create that. That's basically how they work. But anyway, let's go on to fire. Now let's listen to what Delia Falmer has to say about fire.
Hello. Welcome to the School of Fire. I'm Madame Falmea. Oh, yes. You're a new student here. You definitely have that spark about you. Here, I instruct students how to be powerful pyromancers, but fire can be quite dangerous. We must not be rash lest we destroy that which we mean to achieve. Come see me after you have finished your tour. I'm always up for fanning the flames so students can learn more about pyromancy.
Now, putting what she said aside, fire is the school. Oh, by the way, I don't have the first spell because it's Fire Cat. Fire special thing. Like here we have Elephant. It does a bit the best fire spell for outsiders. By the way, here you see training point says free because I'm fire. Fire. See, it's 6 pips. Stormzilla is 5 pips and it does less damage. But that's not the thing about fire. Fires have medium health. They have their main thing, which outsiders don't get, so it's useless training in fire, unless just for the sake of fire. Because the only special spell that is for fire you get if you're an outsider is the Fire Elf. Fire Elf is the only spell you get that does damage over 3 rounds if you're not a fire student. Now I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna show you it maybe if there's no time in the next episode. So here it is. New spell learned. Fire Elf. There we go. Wait, she can explain to you how it works.
I see you have trained your first damage over time spell. The Fire Elf spell will do a small amount of damage when you cast it, and then it will deal a larger amount of damage each round for 3 rounds of combat. Spells like these require patience, but can be very powerful when used correctly.
Basically what she said. I won't open this up because you don't know which character that is yet. Anyway, let's continue. So basically, you got everything about fire from that. Now let's go to the next school. Now, this is my oh my god, what is that? What the hell is that? Okay guys, that building that's over there, it's not supposed to be there. It's because there's a Halloween special. See, I can't use this right now because I'm not high enough level, but I will be doing a Halloween special with my death character. That building's not supposed to be there. Just to clarify, I didn't know it was there. Basically, this space is empty because the school has disappeared for reasons that I won't say now. You'll learn later on with the game if you watch my videos every day. But anyway, let's talk to the student of the death school, Malorn Ashthorn.
Have you come looking for the death school? Well, you found where it used to be. This gaping chasm is all that is left after it was torn from Ravenwood. It is said that Malistaire, the death professor, caused it to disappear. I'm not sure what happened to the school, but you'll find many rumors around town about it. Oh, I'm Malorn Ashthorn. I don't mean to boast, but I used to be one of Malistaire's top students. Now, I'm about all that's left, so I try to teach the new students. So if you want, I can teach you some death spells or necromancy. If you're up for it, stop by any time.
Now here, this guy doesn't teach all the death spells. He teaches only some of them. The other spells are in some other secret place in Wizard City, which I won't say now. But basically here you have the levels up to level 16 of Death. Death is my favorite school. I'll show my other character why. But I'll try to pick a correct spell. Where is... I'm so sorry, I don't know why this is happening. I was sick a week ago, I still haven't recovered completely. So let's take a look at G-Hole. G-Hole, I was explaining in my last video, is basically, here it says it's 160 damage, swap half to life. It's basically what I explained in the last video. That's the special thing for outsiders in the school. And there's also other things that I'll show on my other character another time about the school. But anyway, let's move on to Myth, the School of Imagination. Which I might do a character on it in the future, but I don't know if I'm gonna do a third character, because let me show you this. There's an elixir here. To get all the way to level 50 if you have one level 50 or above character already. So I can just use this and skip half the game. But I won't use it on this character so that I can show you the game. But maybe if you force me guys to make a third character, I'll use it. Go through the whole game again. I mean half of the game. When it first came out, it used to be up to level 50. Now it's a lot more. It's up to level 110, I think. Anyway.
Let me guess. Another conjurer want to be taking the Ravenwood tour? How quaint.
Professor Drake shakes his head in frustration.
I wish they would send us some adept pupils for once. Well, if you wish to attempt to learn some myth spells, come back later and I will see how well you pay attention. Now, leave me alone.
Now, like I said before, spirit schools, except the life one, are not good as secondary schools. They're basically made for people that are that type of wizard. The only good spell that you can get, the only two good spells you can get from here if you're an outsider, are Minotaur and Earthquake. Those are the two different types. Those are the two types of myth spells that make myth special. Minotaur is basically, it does first time 50 damage, and there's no waiting for rounds like the fire one. Then the second time before the round ends, it does this damage. Basically the idea is it takes off the shields, and then it destroys. And Earthquake, now Earthquake is 6 pip, 80%, and does only 310 myth damage. Now you could ask, Jesus Christ, why would I want this? Well, because look what it says under that. It says remove those two things from enemies. That's basically all the things that they have equipped, positive or negative. It removes absolutely everything. It's an earthquake. And then you can swoop in with a Minotaur and finish them off. But that's not the school I'll be using. The secondary school that I have planned for this character is Life. And now I'm going to show in a second why. Life is a good school, man. Not my type of playing school, but it's good.
Welcome, my dear young wizard. I am Mulinda Wu, professor of the School of Life. This school celebrates the living, evergreen power of creation and vitality. If you listen carefully to your surroundings, you'll hear life magic all around. Just a few notes can lift one's troubles, purify one's spirit, and restore life. Soon I will teach you how. Come visit me when you're ready to learn more.
Anyway, Life is a healer. It's the healer of the game. It's basically, maybe have some look at the spells real quick. Swoop. Life is a school that's a healer. It's basically, if you take a look, for example, at Satyr, level 26, it's 4 pips, 90%. So it has the most accuracy out of all schools, and it does whopping 860 heal. Not damage, heal. It's a healer, not a damage. The Centaur, it's a bit better than Ice, but still, meh, not that good. Sanctuary is the most important life spell, at least on this rank list. It's the most experience you need for it. Seraph, I think we've got a treasure card of that. Let me check. Yep, we have Seraph. But anyway, since it's gonna be my primary school and I have already one training point, let's go for it. Let's just freaking go for it. There we go. New spell learned. Imp. Okay, let's continue our trip. Let's just see what this guy has to say.
I see you have learned a higher rank spell. This spell will take more mana and pips to cast.
I think I already explained that. Anyway, now let's talk to one of the most mysterious schools in the spiral. The Balance School.
Jolly good to meet you, new student. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Arthur Weathersfield. I'm originally from Marleybone, which is a much different world than this. As a lad, I was always interested in magic, but they don't practice magic in Marleybone. When I got older, I spent many years studying here in Ravenwood. But for the past 10 years, I've been in Crocotopia. I came back to train students in a form of magic called sorcery that deals with the balance of all things. It is more advanced than the other schools and harder to master, but its power is unbelievable. Come by later if you want to learn more. Cheers!
Now, to translate what he said, Balance is basically a mixture of all the schools. It can't be seen here because there's only balance spells, but there's some spells. Like the last spell, I'm gonna spoil it for you. So get ready. Hydra. Hydra is basically an element mixture spell, which basically does 6 pips, 85% accuracy. Does 190 fire damage, 190 ice damage, and 190 storm damage. So it's okay. It's good. Good. It's good if you have like... You'll see that people in the game will have like resistance. Like for example, you're fire and you're fighting a fire. He'll have really good resistance to fire spells. So it's good using another school to fight against that. Same thing goes for balance. Balance, resistance. You use another school defeat. And same thing goes in the other way. If you're fighting an ice guy and you're fire, you get a boost to your spell. That's how it works. But they can put on fire shields, which is pretty annoying. But let's see what Ambrose has to say.
Oh, good. Now you know where all your classes are held. I hope you liked all the Ravenwood instructors. If you want, you can wander about to see what all Wizard City has to offer.
Of course.
I should mention, though, there have been some strange events around town. Nothing serious, nothing that a promising wizard like you couldn't handle. So, as a reward for your visiting all the instructors, here is a new spell card. Don't forget to add it to your deck.
This is what I'm talking about. You get these spells.
Oh dear, that poor girl. Let me look around and see if it got misplaced.
Oh, I was completing a side quest. I forgot about that. Let's just give this.
If there's anything else you can do for her,
it's not really that
I'd be most
exciting.
appreciative.
It's not that exciting.
Her parents were both students here long ago, and we remember them fondly. It's just that Penny's arrival comes at an unfortunate time.
Ah, okay.
Congratulations, young wizard. You have gained. Go to Ravenwood. Look at all
I
the
already
spells in your
explained what
chosen
the
secondary
training
school.
point is.
You'll have to buy them in sequential order to get to the higher levels later.
Congratulations! You
And I know what a furniture
You
is.
can buy a personal house from the castle shop in the Wizard City shopping district. Talk to Buxley. and he'll show you what's available.
Anyway, you see this fire blade? This is what excuse the sound. Super chair. It's basically the fire blade. It adds 35% to a fire spell. Basically, yeah, you get it, but you can't use 2 fire blades for 1 spell. That's also not a rule. You need to use 2 different types of fire blades to activate that. But anyway, it's just a bit weird for me because I'm new to YouTube. Like, I'm not new to YouTube. I've done YouTube a long time ago. I used to have an old YouTube channel, but it's just weird. Like, I don't know. Anyway, here's Penny, that girl we were completing a side quest for. Let's just talk to her.
They found my paperwork. Oh, thank you so much. Hello, Wizard. Thanks again for your help earlier. I'm enrolled in classes at the Death School now. There's no classroom or teacher, so I'm doing an independent study. I need to write a report about different types of undead, and I don't know the first things about them. Could you help me with it? Could you draw different types of undead in Wizard City and let me know everything you can? Here are worksheets with the information I need. Just fill them out after each duel. Thanks.
Sure thing, sure thing. Anyway, let's get to our primary quest here, which is talk to Surgeon Muldoon. And I'll just get the second spell to the Ravenwood's thing. I'm losing everything. I'm just a bit tired. I had a long day at school and I'm just trying to concentrate. And we're getting the second spell from live school, which is a Leprechaun. Leprechaun. I don't know how to spell things. Anyway, let's get it. Leprechaun. Okay, let's just replace the imp. I'll just leave. You know what? I'll do the following. And then... yeah, it is good. I think it's pretty good. So we have 2 imps, 3 fire cats, 2 leprechauns, 2 fire elves, 2 pixies, and 3 fire blades. I think it's good. I think it's good. We'll get a larger deck soon. This is just a starter deck. We'll get a larger one. Like my deck on my on my level 64 character is all the way till here. It's really big. This is just the start of things. Anyway, let's go to Old Town, and there we have a mission to defeat ghost called Lady Black Hope, if I remember the game correctly. Yes, Lady Black Hope. And then we'll finish the episode off with that. It's already starting to get a bit. We're going into the half an hour soon. We're going into the half an hour soon, aren't we? Oh god. Anyway, here's Sergeant Muldoon.
Halt! Who goes there?
You show Sergeant Muldoon the letter from the headmaster.
This darkness has come upon Wizard City so quickly we're overwhelmed dealing with it. I'm glad you're here to help. You're that student everyone is talking about, aren't you? They say you're Wizard City's last hope, and you've just enrolled. You did a good job spooking the spooks on Unicorn Way, but evil is on the move. Push down in one place, something pops up somewhere else. Now it's Old Town's turn. If we lose control of Old Town to the undead, all of the other streets will be isolated and will fall. Here's what we need you to do. Defeat Lady Black Hope and lock her in her tower on Unicorn Way. Do that, and I'll let you pass.
We'll just leave a mark here so we move quicker. There's some nice things here in in Old Town that I'm gonna be showing off later. But now let's just complete the mission. There's so many episodes that I can do on this game. I can just like go into hundreds upon hundreds of episodes by the end of this. The game's really fun and long, especially if you're with friends. Like right now I'm playing solo, just because I'm starting right off the bat, but like the way friendship works in this game is you play, then you team up with someone, you talk to them a bit and you become friends. Then you reach up on Skype and start talking like that. So, yeah. We have the side quest, which I'll do later. I think the next episode will be just dedicated to side quests. There's a lot of them. Before we progress to Triton Avenue, the Storm City. But, yeah, let's defeat Lady Black Hope.
Mere mortals should not dabble in the affairs of the undead. Perish now, wizard!
Oh, that's a good thing to remember. It's here. It's for a quest later on in the game, but still. Good to remember it. If I forget, tell me in the comments. Alrighty then. She's live, so she has resistance to imp. I think we could kill her henchman though, if we get luck into full damage. Is she going for the ice? a really unordinary thing for a life wizard thing, I guess. Anyway, 30. By the way, I put on a lot of resistance on this thing. Oh, come! Really? Really? The one that never fizzled right in front of my face. Wow. Just applause. Applause. Why not? Why the hell not? Oh god, we're going with this. Oh. I hope they don't manage to kill me. If I fizzle again. If I fizzle again. I already took some beating there. By the way, my cutting changed, the way I look changed. That customized my character a bit. So that like the gear in this game basically where like you get some gear, it looks different, and you get some certain stats. Recording still going. Still going, so it's great and awesome at the same time. If he fizzled, this should kill him. Yep, he dead. He just dead. Alright, I'll go for the fire blade, then I'll fire elf him, then I'll finish off with a minor fire flame, I think. Wow. So many unoriginal spells. Oh god, I'm only at 150 health. Quick game. Quick, don't let me die. Okay, fire elf and then leprechaun. That's what I'm going for. Oh, there's the imp, for those who are wondering how good it is. Oh no, I got only 76 health left. Die, 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 die. 135. Oh, that doesn't kill him! That doesn't kill her! Frick, 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 frick. Frick! Frick! Think. Just fizzle. She has 6 more health left. I can't die. I've never died at this level. No, I haven't ever died. I haven't freaking ever died. I knew it. I wouldn't die today. I wouldn't die either. I never died at this level. And today's not gonna be the day I die. Just nothing too good. Let's go to Sergeant Muldoon. Level am I? Didn't get level. No, I'm still level 5. Report to Old Town.
So, you beat the ghost, did you? Very impressive. None of the guards were brave enough to face her. With Old Town secure, I feel better about letting you through to the other streets. But be careful, understand? Something's going on. This place is not as safe as it seems. I hear fearful rumors about a big nasty wraith named Lord Nightshade roaming around. My guess is that he's responsible for much of the trouble Wizard City now faces.
Alright, we have here some quests around. Oh, a quest from this guy as well. Let me just check what it was.
Well, hello there. I've not made your acquaintance yet. It's always good to see fresh faces here in Wizard City. I wish I had studied to become a wizard instead of, becoming a town guard. Say, I found this book on one of the benches while I was strolling to work this morning. It looks important, and I don't have time to drop it by the library. Would you take it there for me?
Okay, I'll do that real quick and then we'll end the episode. And I could also like... I don't know... What else could I do? Nothing actually. I think this would be the end. Yeah, let me just show you something in the crown shop that I could do now. I want to get a better outfit, okay? Never do this unless you're a YouTuber, what I'm gonna do. It's just to show off stuff. And because I've got the money, the crowns to do so. Elven's attire. A paid gear. Paid gear. Never do this at home. Like, I don't pay for the actual gear, I pay for the thing to get it with. And I've got pretty much of it. How should I make my gear look though? Ah, I don't have purple with this guy. Cause on the death guy, one of the cards you have is purple, but because it's fire, you don't have purple. No, I don't have purple. I have pink, and I don't like pink. I'm gonna make him nice looking. So red for the base color. No, I want to make it something different. Blue fire? Would that look cool? No. Oh, I know I'll just make it red with a green. That looks a bit weird, but it also looks cool. No. Or this. I like the darker one better. Like a mixture of life and fire, you know what I mean? Let's do it. Wait, move. Yes. Thanks. Now, let's get rid of the mounts for a second. Let's put it on. Elven Storm Cap. Elven Fire Robe. And Elven Ice Walkers. There we go. Don't I look good? But why I did this is... Here, look. Now I have these 3 super cool spells. The Ice Elf, the Fire Elf, and the Storm Elf, which are only exclusive, like these 2 spells are only exclusive to this gear for level 5 plus. So that's the only way you can play as them. And see, I have so many crowns to spare, so it's okay. Health is regenerating, mana is good, experience, that's okay. See, now I've got some good damage percent. I've got 3%. Oh my god. On my death character, I have like 65% for everything. Oh my god. And resistance also. It's okay though. It's okay. And let's talk to this guy and finish off. We're almost 40 minutes now into the video. Yeah, these Wizard 101 videos will be pretty much 40 minutes per video. You know, try to get one every day.
You say you are returning a book that someone dropped? You are quite a good sport to take time out of your day to do that. Thank you for doing that. Oh, hang on there. This book does not belong to the library. Inside the cover it states property of Sabrina Greenstar. She probably dropped it on her way to the fairgrounds. You best give it to her yourself.
Oh, I know who that is. But let's just equip our mount again. No, so when the solar save. Wait. Come on, I just want to equip it for it to be outside. There we go, solar save cat. Let's go. Let's get this quest done. And then we'll call it a day. So nice to be back in YouTube business. Having a nice new screen recorder which records good. By the way, I did notice that my other last two videos are only 480 pixels. So I'll see if I can make them HD. If I can't, I'm sorry about that. I think Wizard 101 can record only in 480, although the game for me is playing in HD. I don't know.
You are returning the book I left on a bench? I didn't have one with me today. Maybe I lost it last week. Oh, that book. I gave that one to Regina for her to use as research for a science project. She's just inside Gollum Court if you want to give it back to her.
Just before I give it back, here are the shields that I was talking about. You get them at level 10 and I get the fire shield for free. The other ones, it's worthless training them. Worthless. But anyway, I'm gonna be doing a player versus player series maybe with my other character just because he's good. And maybe with this character when he gets a bit better.
I left my book on a bench? What book?
Her eyes get big when you hand her the book.
Oh, yes! This has notes I was taking on my science project. I'm sure glad you found this. It was a lot of work for me. Thank you ever so much.
It's okay.
Hi, I need help. If I'm late, I'll need the enchanted wood from one of
Oh
the
no,
wooden
not
constructs
this,
in the
not
Golem
this. This is
Tower.
a horrible quest. We'll do that later. We'll do that one later. Anyway, we just got 40 minutes into the video. So, just to get the nice, good screenshot for the thumbnail, just gonna go here and remove my. Anyway, so like this, let me center myself, zoom out, and yeah, screenshot. There we go. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to this awesome, wonderful video. And as always, wait. And as always, bye bye.